All right, so we are in Chama, New Mexico, at a cabin. Ooh.
Can you hear that water in the
Yeah.
background? That's a creek. It's a Chama River, actually. Is it? It's a Chama River.
It's the Rio Chama.
Oh, okay.
Rio Chama. It's Spanish.
Well, so that's our 5-year-old whining.
Yeah. He wants us to sit next to him, and he's saying it's not fair because we're sitting next to each other in camping chairs, and he's sitting on the picnic table.
Eating his lunch that we
Eating
made
his
for him.
lunch. I might have to go there in a second. But,
Life is not fair when your parents make all your food and take you camping in the summer.
It's not fair because you guys are sitting next to you guys have 2 persons and I don't.
would you like to sit next to us?
No, I want to sit next to me.
I have a solution for you. How about you finish your lunch and then you can come and sit next to us?
Yeah, finish your lunch.
And it's no fair because I'm all alone by myself.
He's all alone by himself. But,
My coffee mug may or may not have Myers rum and ginger ale in it.
oh, I thought it was coffee. I thought
No, it's rum. It's definitely rum.
I was going to say it looks like some pretty awful coffee.
Awful coffee or a delicious Myers rum, you be the judge.
Yeah.
No, we just went fishing, actually. It was pretty great. Well, we went fishing last night when we got here. And that was nice.
Yeah.
I had fun. I caught, well, you didn't see the first one, but I caught 2. And they both flipped off my
I
fishing
did.
pole back into the water.
I did see them.
One of them was insane. I literally, I casted the pole, the line. I can't talk right now. It's just, I'm overwhelmed by relaxation. I casted the line out, and it was literally the minute it hit the water, I felt the tug, and I was like, that can't be a fish. I'm snagged on something.
Yeah.
And then I pulled up, and there it was, and it was literally 30 seconds.
Yeah. So I'm gonna spit some facts. I've only caught 1 fish in my entire life
What?
that I think it was even too small to keep.
Well, that's so sad. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I feel all right.
Do you have some insecurities inside your inner psyche that need to be worked out?
I don't know. It must be
It's a little tragic.
pretty deep down in my psyche, because I don't really care too much. But
Or maybe you do and you just hide it really well.
that's kind of weird because I've been fishing all my life with my dad and my brothers and stuff.
I love fishing. I used to go fishing with my grandparents, and then my parents my grandparents had a cabin when I was little, and my parents used to take us up there in Oregon, and then Mount Hood. Just good fishing in Mount Hood. I've fished for a long time. The only thing I haven't done is deep sea fishing, which I would like to do at some point.
Someday.
Yeah, I've been crabbing, but not deep sea fishing.
Right. I think what I like about fishing the most, because obviously I can't catch fish, but what I like about fishing the most is just kind of hanging out in nature and watching the things around me. Like even right now, we're sitting on the banks of the Rio Chama.
Chama River?
Are they banks?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rio Chama. That's the official name.
Okay, New Mexico.
And we are
No
surrounded.
Willamette, but I'll give you that. It is beautiful.
It's definitely not a Willamette. This is like a mountain-fed stream, basically, runoff. But we're surrounded by cottonwoods, and when the wind starts to kind of pick up a little bit, these little cottonwood seeds start to float around. And you know what it reminded me of is, you ever seen that movie, Resident Evil?
I think I have, but I could not recall much of it.
I'm trying to remember if
Honestly,
it
I
was
don't
the
remember,
movie or if it was the video game where
much of it.
oh, there's a bird just flew next to us.
Well, we're in nature.
We are in nature.
This is their home.
She goes up to this mountain place, and there's a mining accident, and there's ash floating from everywhere. That's what it kind of reminded me of a little bit, but not as creepy.
It reminds me of nature having a pillow fight.
Yeah, a little bit. I get that.
No, it's I think of it, it's very dreamy. So the wind blows and there's these teeny little things of cotton floating in the air. And it's
Right.
almost like if you were in a movie and it was you couldn't, you were trying to distinguish between reality and a dream sequence. You would know it was a dream sequence because there's all these beautiful little wispy particles floating in the air, and it's really pretty. It's
Right.
kind of weird if you've never seen it.
Right.
It kind of looks like snow.
But cabin camping is definitely the way to go with kids, right?
Oh my gosh. I was going to say you have no idea, but you do. Yes, sir.
Are you guys gonna go fishing on this lake?
It's a river,
it's
but
a
yes.
river. Yeah, we're gonna go fishing in a little bit.
I just saw a magpie. Did you see it?
Magpies.
Yeah, we are. It's pretty hot right now, and the fish don't really like to be around in the hot. So when it starts to get a little cooler in the afternoon, we'll try again. Probably under the bridge over there.
Finish your lunch, okay?
Mac and cheese.
So,
I remember trying to take Luke camping. Let me rephrase that because we didn't stay the whole night.
where did we go?
It was near Chama. It was near here with my parents.
First time with Luke?
Yeah, he was a little guy.
Was it Red River?
No. No, remember he screamed and screamed and screamed like in the tent.
Oh, yeah.
And then we took him into my parents' trailer and tried to get him to sleep that way,
Right.
and he freaked out more.
Yeah, so we ended up
my
driving
gosh.
back home to Albuquerque,
It was like
And-
3 hours of screaming.
and we almost hit an elk on the way home, right?
Yeah.
That was the time?
Well, we tried until 3 a.m. and nobody was sleeping. People on the campsite were probably getting really angry at us. And we were like, there's no way he's going to sleep unless we're in the car and driving. And so literally, like, our zombie-faced new parent bodies got into the car and drove
Right.
the 3 hours back to Albuquerque at 3 a.m. in the morning. We almost hit an elk with a screaming kid.
Yeah.
I just remember when we hit, like, Santa Fe, we downed a bunch of caffeine because we were not going to make it.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Well, there's probably a reason you don't.
That was a tough trip because we were with your parents. We were new parents. So we were taking advice from them, and I think that maybe at the time your parents might have been a little bit...
It may have been a distance from the time they were camping with kids versus us
Right.
trying
But
to
they were also trying to share their expertise with us, but I don't know. It was a little bit of a struggle.
That's the word right there. It was definitely a memory. Now we can look at it and be like, wow,
Yeah.
what kind of idiots take like a kid like that camping at that time, like just cold turkey. Like that was a dumb decision on our part. We know
Right.
better now. Camping in a cabin is definitely the best way to test out like camping with kids. I think
Yes.
when you're a new parent or when you have little kids, because you can go to the cabin, you can set up a tent and see how they handle it with the safeguard of like, okay, we're going inside later. It's going to be fine. We'll put up the pack and play. It's somewhat familiar to them, you know, and they're next to you, so they're not totally flipping out. Yeah, and then that one time we went camping with Kim and Easton, our friends Kim and Easton.
Where did we go?
It was Bandelier National Monument.
Oh yeah, that
was
would
crazy.
have been
Oh, I
more
almost ate a
fun.
grasshopper.
Yeah, it's fine. Protein.
Yummy.
That was fun. It would have definitely been more fun without kids, and it would have been some fun if you and I were ever prepared for camping.
Well, I think also too, like the elements were kind of against us. They had tried to get one spot and they couldn't get it, and there was like no shade in the
Yeah.
spot we were in. It was the middle of
Bandelier
summer.
is beautiful. It's like in between
It was
desert,
like an oven though.
and like the taller pines. There's no shade.
Yeah, it was like our tent was literally like an oven. We were just roasting in there. And so same thing.
And then Riley was a little guy, right?
He was
He was little, and we needed shade for him.
Riley was like 4 or 5 months. He was tiny when we did that. I remember we just to get them to nap, we put them in our car again, turned
AC
on the
on?
air conditioning, and drove to Los Alamos and
they
took
napped.
a long drive, and they fell asleep because that
Right.
was the only way they were going to nap.
Yeah. See, once again, that's when I see parents who are like super prepared. I don't know
Yeah.
who it is. Maybe it's Tamara and Dan.
We don't know any of those people, but
Tamara and Dan. Maybe it's Dan. Maybe it's somebody else.
probably
I don't
Dan
know.
and Tamara, yeah. They're pretty
They were
prepared.
telling me like, yeah, if we decide we want to go camping, I have these like 40-gallon bin, like, you know, those big storage containers
Yeah.
that are filled with all the supplies that I'll ever need for a camping trip.
Yep.
We just grab a couple items that we might need like on the fly, and we load these up in the truck and we go.
Yep.
And that's it. And me and you were like 30 minutes before we plan on leaving, we're like scrambling, wondering what we need to pick. So that's where being a prepared parent, like we don't do the best at.
And let me just, can I side note that?
Sure.
And you're probably going to get a little annoyed with me, but I'm going to say it anyway.
It's okay. We've spent some time being annoyed at each other the past couple days.
Camping seems to bring out the worst in both of us. It's like a test of our willpower as people and as parents.
I have a theory.
Hold on. So, first of all, husbands or spouses or boyfriends or male men, fathers, babies,
Partner.
daddies, partners, whoever you are, whoever you may be, who is going camping with your child and your other, help your wife, girlfriend, baby mama, partner pack, and don't just expect her to remember everything, because the majority of the time, like, and I'm just saying it, like, I have to pack myself, I have to pack 3 kids, and I have to pack other stuff that we might need, which usually gets forgotten, like a pacifier or extra formula, or oh crap, I forgot to buy extra diapers, and now I have to go find a store in the middle of nowhere and try to find diapers, or stop at Santa Fe where everything is overpriced.
I'm glad you know this all from, like, not personal experience.
I'm rolling my eyes right now. Can you hear it? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's packing is tough. And I think that Lindsay and I, we think a bit differently on what is a necessity. But
I'm just trying to get through the night with 3 kids.
But still a necessity.
That's survival.
A necessity nonetheless, right?
Sure.
So I would pack like a technical item, maybe like a flashlight.
And the phone chargers and the tablet.
And the phone chargers, whatever. Like,
but those are important too, because if you have like younger kids, like Luke is 5, he gets antsy in the car if we're in there for a long time. Or last night, he was having a hard time falling asleep. So we went to YouTube, we found a documentary about sea animals, and we watched it, and he fell asleep.
It's good.
Helpful.
Yeah. Definitely.
And snacks, oh my gosh. With kids, there's one thing, like, snacks are it.
Yeah.
Snacks all the damn time.
So tent camping, probably not going to happen until our kids are a little bit older.
Yeah, I think nap time has a lot to do with that too.
Yeah.
Like, it's really hard for kids to take naps in tents. Like, they're not going to do it. If you can get your kid to fall asleep in a tent, kudos to you.
Yeah.
You deserve an award.
I think it depends on the kid too.
Maybe.
Like, Luke, I don't think would take a nap in a tent, but I think Riley, if he was tired enough.
Maybe. Well, I think putting the pack and play in there too, if it'll fit, like, kind of helps, because it's containing them, it's familiar, and it's like...
See, I'm a little bit more thinking on the outdoorsy side. Like, I'm thinking, like, I'm going to go backpacking, I'm going to hike Wheeler Peak, 13,131 feet above sea level with
Dude,
my
I
kid.
have 3 kids. That's not happening anytime soon.
So, a couple years ago when I hiked Wheeler Peak...
Without kids.
Without kids.
Without wife.
Without wife.
With friend.
With friend. There were families, like, heading up there, and I'm like, whoa, what are you guys doing? Like, how is this happening? And there were little REI babies, like, just,
of course,
like, decked out in their, REI stuff.
I can't afford that stuff, guys. I'll be honest. My kid might be a Target baby on a good day.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, it's the thrift store babies for us. We're super classy like that. That's how we keep it real.
I'm thinking about boycotting Target, though.
I'm trying to stay humble. What?
I'm thinking about boycotting Target.
Why would you? Why in God's name?
Exactly. God.
What does God have to do with Target?
God hates Target. You didn't know that?
Apparently, I missed that conversation. Oh, is it the bathrooms?
The bathrooms.
Okay, seriously, I don't care if you have, like, I don't care what you have downstairs. If you're going to the bathroom, you're going to the bathroom. Like, it's not, it shouldn't be a big deal. This is such a first world conversation. Like, there are people in India who have to go to the bathroom in alleys on the street because they live in extreme poverty. They don't have the luxury of bitching and complaining about which bathroom they're going to use or what gender they're identifying with.
Yeah.
Shut up, America. Like,
Exactly.
Stop. Just use the damn bathroom. Use the bathroom.
I think people use whatever bathroom they want in Walmart, no matter what. They do whatever the heck they want in there.
That's so gross. Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been to a bathroom in a Walmart?
Yeah, unfortunately I have, and I don't like to revisit that memory.
I have no idea where they get their sinks made.
Our son's playing with a pretend shark and an apple, and he's like, bah!
Yeah, he has a good imagination.
But it's not fair.
It's not fair.
Nothing's fair when you're 5. I hate it.
That's the one thing I did love about Portland. There's a lot of things I loved about Portland. It's like
But none of it's fair?
I feel like I was in a utopia. Like, just, I felt like I was in heaven, like a redeemed earth.
Well, it is like where young people go to retire, so.
I guess. But the biggest thing I enjoyed about Portland were that there were no Walmarts. I actually Googled it.
It's a very enjoyable thing, actually.
I Googled it, like Google mapped it.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
there's
Did your homework.
I think there are 3 Walmarts. There's one in I think Gresham, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
And there was one in Hillsboro.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was one. What is that?
That might be our daughter.
No, that didn't sound like our daughter. That sounded like a banshee.
Might be our daughter. You want to go check?
I'll go check in there.
Might be Riley too. They're trying to do nap time in the cabin.
Yeah.
In the same room as each other.
Yeah, we don't have
if it's working.
monitors, so we're close to the.
We have ears.
We have ears. Those are our monitors. So, but yeah, the lack of Walmarts is what I liked most about Portland. Just gonna say that.
That's the thing you like the most?
I really do think the biggest
There's
thing.
like a million other things that you could like way more than that. Just saying, like amazing food, amazing venues, amazing breweries, the whiskey library, which was awesome, by the way.
It was a great city.
You know, we ordered this like Pacific Northwest charcuterie board at the whiskey library, and it was delicious. And it was funny because normally, like, I would complain about paying like $20 for like a small slab of like hors d'oeuvres, like teeny tiny hors d'oeuvres, but the flavor, oh my gosh, it packed
was good.
an amazing punch.
And we had a couple different groups of friends tell us like, hey, you need to check out the whiskey library. And we Googled it. We couldn't find it. It was like a hole in the wall in downtown Portland.
Which just adds to its allure, really.
It was like probably 100.
What?
Nothing. Our son just walked up next to us, gazed out into the river with a spoonful of macaroni and cheese, ate his mac and cheese, went back to his table. So, anyway,
it was just like he was savoring the moment. Cheesily.
So we walked.
Well, we're having a drink and enjoying the moment. He's having some mac and cheese. I get it.
Yeah. As the cottonwood little
Snows
seeds
on us. I know.
starts to like just float around us.
Really pretty.
It is pretty.
Yeah.
But yeah, we walk to this. It's downtown Portland. We walk up these stairs. As we walk up the stairs, the lights start to dim. We start to see like old photographs of Portland, like 100-year-old photographs of Portland, and open the door, and we're greeted by,
very dapper.
Yeah, dapper people. You know, they're wearing vests and bow ties, and the floor is made of hardwood floor, rich mahogany. Their walls are like, there's like probably, I want to say 6 or 7 stacks of shelves of these different bottles of liquor.
I had a really good drink.
The ladders that slide back and forth like you would see in an old library.
Oh wow.
With the bar in the middle. I look to my left and there's a guy shaking a cocktail vigorously.
Like it's his job or something.
Like it's his job.
No, I liked how when we went in, the lady's like, okay, so are you here for it was like the green room, which was the bar downstairs. They're like, or the other. And we were like, the whiskey library? And they were like, oh yes, so-and-so will meet you at the top of the stairs. And I was like, wow.
It's like our secret code, huh?
Like, this is fancy. Like, she's going to meet us at the top of the stairs. Where are we going?
I know.
I
immediately took off my hoodie because I felt like I was underdressed. Like,
yeah,
really.
had we gone again or known, I probably would have, like, worn something a little more like...
Like your bow tie?
My bow tie, yeah, because I have such a collection of bow ties at home.
You know, it's Portland. You do whatever the hell you want.
I probably do. No, it was lovely. It was a very sensory experience, which I liked. Because I'm one of those people, I will pay the extra money for atmosphere. Maybe that's like a female trait. I don't really know, but like...
No, I think it's a male trait too.
Like, there's something about like, okay, the drinks could be good, the food can be good, but like if the atmosphere is out of this world, I will pay for it. Like, I am all about the experience.
See, and I am too. Like, I have this reputation of being just a complete cheapskate, which I am, sort of. But
which I am, sort of.
I'm all about bang for your buck.
Yeah.
And I keep saying this every time in our marriage, like every week probably.
Yeah.
Just about how...
Any luck?
Not yet.
Not yet? All right. Well. Huh?
The pond?
We went to one down there. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, there's one up here, but like, you walk
I had some luck right under the bridge yesterday. I caught 2. All right.
Good luck.
Just had to know for later fishing.
Yeah. Some kids walked by with fishing poles. Luke, okay? Can you see him?
Yeah, he's just zoning out.
What was I talking about? Oh, bang for buck.
Yeah, bang for buck.
Yeah. So like, I have this weird thing where I just really want to have I want a good deal. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know my dollars are like, my dollars have
I feel like
power.
Maybe you were born in the wrong era and you should have been born like during the Depression. because you probably would have made it all right.
You're probably right. Like, I would have done... Well, I don't know.
No, but we had a blast. Like, we stayed with a good friend of mine, and then we got to see some other friends, and just my friend Andrew, who we stayed with, and his girlfriend Megan, like, showed us around their neighborhood, and it was just a blast. Like, we had so much fun.
Yeah.
It was just awesome. I'm
Yeah,
actually...
Oh, go ahead.
I have Airfare Watchdog on my phone. And, I don't know. Am I in the fairs? I might try to get back up there, like, for my birthday-ish, like November. I would like to do that, actually.
We should try to do, like, a bi-yearly visit.
I would really like that. You know, I get really homesick, and it's not like I don't consider New Mexico home, but at the same time, I feel like there's a part of me, like, Portland is kind of like, I need to go back to just sort of, like, have the reassurance that, like, it's still a part of me. And I know that sounds so cliche.
And I feel like your friends like to see you, like the friends you grew up with. Like,
I hope so. I hope I'm not, like, inconveniencing their life by showing up every once in a while.
I would feel a little bit awkward, just myself, wondering, like, what has changed in our lifetimes. Like, are we in different spots right now where, you know, we can still be friends? Like, I don't know. Like, that's
what
how...
What do you mean? Be friends
like,
with...
you know how...
With my friends in Portland? Or
I'm trying to think about my oldest friend. I think my oldest friend might be Chris Darley. And I love Chris. And every time we do hang out, which isn't very often, we do catch up pretty quickly. But you've known these people since, like, elementary school.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that. I don't think I have any elementary school.
But see, I'm a sentimentalist. I mean, like, genuinely, like, I think I'm an old soul. And I have certain things that are very sentimental to me, friends being one of them. Like, I don't take friendship lightly. I'm a pretty loyal friend, I will say that. Like it takes a lot to, like, to destroy, like, my friendships. You know, I mean, like,
That's really cool that okay, maybe this was just an observation. You guys are all in different spots. You guys all have, you know, some of you have kids, some of you don't. Some of you have, you know, different jobs or whatever. Some of you moved. But when you meet, you do kind of catch up, and you do kind of just hang out. Like, I think that's...
Well, I think that you can always learn something from people you've known even 20 years because you're not in the same spot you were last time you saw them. So, like, there's always something to talk about. There's always something to learn. There's always something to catch up on. And, you know, it's cool, like, seeing my friend Erin and my friend Christina. You know, they are both, like, I don't want to say Erin's not, like, a new mother because her daughter turned 1 before ours did. But she's, you know, she's been a mom for a year-ish. And then Christina, her daughter's 4 months. And, like, it's really cool to see them enter that phase of life. Like, I know we kind of did that a little bit before them, but, like, now we have that in common too. You know, and it's cool. Like, it's really cool to see people that I've known for 20 plus years, like, enter into this new phase of life that I get to share with them. Like, it's just exciting. I don't know. Yeah. It's really cool.
And I think you meeting with them kind of shows them, like, hey, I'm still, even though I live like 1,300, is it 1,300 miles?
I have
something
no
like
idea.
That. It's over 1,000. I think it's 1,300 miles. Even though I live 1,300 miles away, I'm still invested in our friendship and our relationship.
There's some people that I will always be invested in until the day I die.
Yeah.
You know, my friend Andrew's one of those. Like, I remember the first day that I met him. We have been friends since the 4th grade.
First time I learned about Andrew, I became insanely jealous. I'm just going to say that. Because I thought, as a man, I thought he was a threat.
No, it's nothing like that. You know, Andrew was my first boyfriend in the 6th grade. I was 12 years old.
Now, after meeting Andrew, I thoroughly enjoy his company.
Yeah, he's a fun guy.
I like that he's kind of just happy-go-lucky.
He's always been like that too.
Just like, he's like, hey, what do you guys want to do? I mean, he's super driven. I got that from him. But he definitely is thinking about other people's experiences too. And I think that might kind of like embody the Portland thing.
Could be.
Like, people are thinking about other people's feelings and thoughts, but they're super driven.
Yeah, you know, I just know that we've been friends for a long time, and, like, it's one of those friendships that we have a lot of history as far as, like, just knowing each other for a length of time, but he's one of those people that was around, you know, we were around each other as we were growing up, you know, during all the fun parts and the awkward parts too. And like
puberty?
Yeah. And, seriously, poor guy.
But nobody wants to think about that period of their life, do they?
Probably not, ever. But, you know, it's just interesting because, like, we definitely, like, have had that history of just, like, it's a significant chunk of my life, and I don't know.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, we've kept in touch. We have things in common.
Our kids are going to start developing relationships like this really soon.
I know, and that makes me really happy.
He's 5. So we should probably decide where we want to set roots, right?
Well, I think we're here for now, but
we have a hard time deciding what that is. But
we get restless like a lot of the time.
I think everybody does, though.
And just like, okay, so I'm just gonna like the thing I like about Andrew and our friendship is that he is honest with me all the time. Like, even if it's something that I do not want to hear, or it's hard for me to hear, he's honest with me.
Yeah.
And that's something that I really value in a friend. Like, I would rather my friends be honest than endearing. Like, anybody can feed you sugar-coated BS to make you feel good.
Oh, hang on. I do have the explicit E on our podcast, so let's make it well worth it. Sugar-coated bullshit.
Wow. I just sort of feel like I don't need to, like, I mean, I don't know, I'm trying to use my language wisely, so I don't need to say it to emphasize the point. But if you feel like you need to, go ahead.
I just feel like we need to make that little red E well worth it. Anyway, so
well, there you go again, trying to get the most bang for your buck, huh?
I know. Anyway, so yeah, he'll tell you like he'll call you out on things, right?
Or he'll be like, it sounds like you don't know what the heck you're talking. Like, it's just funny because it does challenge me, and I need friends that challenge me. I always have, and I've had other friends that are just my friend, and they have not been super honest, or they've just told me what they think I want to hear, and I don't. That's not a friendship.
Right. That's
just somebody kissing your ass. Like, I don't need people to do that. I need people to be honest with me and help me grow as a human being.
Yeah.
So. I don't want to agree with all my friends all the time. That would be incredibly boring.
Yeah, I agree. Well,
man, it's like snowing down with
these little wispy little cottonwood things.
I tried to do like a slow motion video of it, but it's really hard to see.
It's hard to get the camera to catch these little white things, right?
Yeah. So we're here until tomorrow. We might go check out the town. We did that a little bit. We did that a little bit this morning, but there's a hotel for sale in Chama.
Yeah, $999,000.
Just pocket change.
Right. And there was like super nice house. It was like $600,000 or something like that.
Yeah, it's beautiful up here.
And it was like 4 bedrooms and like a mother-in-law that was made out of stone, right?
It was like adobe.
Yeah. It is really pretty up here.
We're really close to Colorado. But we're not Colorado, we're New Mexico. Oh, speaking of which, it was really cool. So we were fishing at this place called Laguna del Campo. Laguna del Campo?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and so this guy at the store yesterday was telling us about it, and he like literally drew us a random map on a piece of paper that was just like pictures with landmarks. And so we were like, yeah, let's go check this place out. So today we went and did that, and I was going down the trail, and I met this 82-year-old man, and I was talking to him about fishing, and he was like, yeah, they're all jumping, but nothing's biting. And I was like, man, that's a bummer. But we were just talking, and I said, so, do you live here? And he said, no, I'm from, Trinidad, Colorado. And he said, I've been fishing in this spot since I was in high school. And I was like, wow, so he's like 82, and he's been coming here since he was in high school?
That's pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Fishing is a very peaceful activity, right?
Yeah. He'd been out there since 8, but he didn't catch anything.
You kind of have to think about the way fishing works is, yeah, I mean, it's fun catching the fish, but you just go and you just reflect and you just like
fishing
hang out.
Is not about catching fish at all.
It's just like hanging out and enjoying like the beauty. Like, you can afford the couple bucks or whatever to go to Smith's or Albertsons or whatever and, grabbing a fish, right? You don't need to catch fish to survive. You come out here just to kind of throw your rod in, wait, hang out, enjoy the river. Yeah. You okay? Did you drink a cottonwood?
Maybe, or a bug. I don't know.
Either way, you're good.
Yeah, fishing is never actually about the fish.
No.
But that's what I like about it.
Right.
I think you get back to that primal sense of like just being a human and realizing that nature is a lot bigger than you are.
Yeah. Well, I think our son went to go hang out with Grandma and Grandpa.
Thank God.
Did he? Or we lost the son in the woods.
He may have joined a pack of bears. Or cougars. I mean, depending.
Cougars, hopefully not cougars.
Yeah, maybe not. No. But I don't know. It's nice to get away. I mean, I feel it's crazy. We got back from Portland. We were home a day, and now we're here. But I also feel like this is good because it helps kind of taper down some of that restlessness, being a parent and the monotony of the same old every time.
Right. We went from like a world-class, two world-class, like large cities to like the middle of the Rocky Mountains, right?
Yeah. But you know what, though? I mean, this is a good way to decompress from that.
What's up? I haven't seen him.
That's my brother-in-law.
Yeah. So, I don't even want to wrap up.
I don't know. How much time do we have on the clock, friend?
Let's take a look. We're right about time.
Hey, we're getting good at this. Yeah, so we're going to probably have some red chili because I heard your mom's making red chili.
Red chili.
I was thinking about making a red chili hamburger, actually.
Oh, man. Red chili in Portland, not too bad.
No, it's pretty good.
A little sweet, but not too bad.
It's more Chipotle, but it's doable.
But they used actual hatch red chili. I was really impressed.
I would like to make some red chili, like the pork red chili, and send it to our friends because I think they would appreciate it.
That'd be hard to send that to.
Or maybe just send the chili pods and a recipe, and they can do it themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway.
Well, fishing is fun, and we are in nature, and I am excited to relax today. And then tomorrow it's back to business. But it's Saturday, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Tomorrow's back to business. Yeah.
Wait, tomorrow's Saturday, right?
Tomorrow's Saturday.
I lost track of time. Yes.
we could just like do whatever we want for the next couple days. You don't have to go to work till Tuesday.
That's true.
We could live in the Rocky Mountains until Tuesday if you wanted.
Well, not really, because we'd run out of diapers and
there's plenty of dirt around here.
Gross. Oh man. Well, cheers to being parents and enjoying
I have an empty what is this? Boatswain?
Boatswain.
It's a Trader Joe's can. Anyways, cheers.
Cheers to nature.
To nature.